Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, put your hands together et les mains ensemble pour les étoiles des derniers 2 ans, the stars of the last 2 years, unhealthiness, prescription drugs, mental health, obesity. I want you to bear with me here. Minister of Population Health and Integrative Medicine. In the last 2 years, the unhealthiness in this country, we have an epidemic of unhealthiness in this country and in countries alike, but I want to focus on Canada right now. Pre-existing, pre-COVID failure of our medical system was in place, right? It already was in place, and we had that problem. And now we have an increase in unhealthiness, an increase in obesity, an increase in mental health, an increase in prescription drugs. Really? Do we really need that? We have a system, and this is what I'm going to talk about, the Minister of Population Health and Integrative Medicine. We need to stop the turnstile into our hospitals, right? We need to decrease the taxation onto our healthcare system. The money that is sucked out, a big part of the money goes to healthcare. People don't understand that. Just goes to healthcare. That is fixable. It's all repairable. And in fact, it's teachable. I'm going to put a plug out there. Fact Fiction, F-A-T Fiction. Watch it. It's the biggest investment, insightful investment that you're going to do in yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the position operationalizing. If you look at operations, I've done operations for 30 plus years here in government and business simultaneously, side by side. I understand both sides quite well, right? So you can operationalize this properly. So to decrease the people say you have discipline, lost 120 pounds, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I do, but it's teachable. Quite teachable. We can decrease the healthcare system. The biggest percentage of people in healthcare and hospital business, hospital stays, and prescription drugs, etc., is from consumption, right? Consumption of unhealthy foods. So by teaching that, we can decrease, watch Fact Fiction, you can decrease the turnstile going into the medical system. At the same time, decrease the usage of medication, decrease the surgeries and so on and so forth. Hence, decreasing the cost of taxation on our system. What also happens, you're going to increase staff, right? You're going to increase staff health, staff mental health, staff ability to do their job properly. Right? There's a huge taxation on staff right now. We don't have enough healthcare staff, or the staff are burnt out, or their staff are doing overtime, or etc. Why? Because you have turnstiles that go into hospitals, which can be turned around and changed. You're never going to change 100% of the population. You won't even change 50% of the population. But what if you change 20% of the population? What if you decrease 20% of the turnstile going into the hospital? What if you give a breather to the staff so they can do their jobs properly and take care of patients, the predisposition, the misfortunate, and so on and so forth? Right? So Minister of Population Health and Integrative Medicine is what we need, what this country needs. That's the position this country needs to turn this country around. One of the biggest causation, tax and fee sucking, like just extraction out of our pockets, right? To take care of a system that is unhealthy. And we're now going to feed a very already broken healthcare system with more unhealthiness. It doesn't make sense, and it's killing our systems. And I'm going to close off here by finishing off that we live in a society where those that in protests, in previous protests, and past protests, that burn buildings, that destroy businesses, that flip cars, you know what I'm talking about, defaming, actually tearing down a monumental statue and so on and so forth. They're known as peaceful protesters, or the terminology, no matter what you look at, they come out with these peaceful type terms for them, yet you have these individuals that are peaceful. I'm not going to get into that. All I'm going to say is keep on trucking peacefully and let the cameras of your people be your messenger. Jean-Guy, public communicator, Minister of Population Health and Integrative Medicine. This is what this country needs. We need to bring down the cost of authorization of our medical system. We need to increase the health of our population. It's doable, it's teachable. Watch Fact Fiction. Thank you, merci, gracias, and grazie.